Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let me just tell you, I'm not going to wish you happy Memorial Day, okay? And then as we go through this video, I'm going to show you why, okay? Remember, all the holidays, all man-made traditions are all pagan in their very essence. And I'm going to show you as to how Memorial Day, which is supposedly remembering the fallen men that have fallen in war, right? So that we can have the liberty that we enjoy in the United States. Which liberty? Can you please point to a liberty here in the United States? We are not free. Justice and peace and freedom can only come from the Creator, from God Himself. Man, you will never get that from man. Okay? So what we are going to cover here, let me ask you this. I'm only offering you the truth. Are you ready for the truth? Can you handle the truth? Or are you going to still be stuck under the Stockholm Syndrome? Are you going to be left behind? Are you going to be stuck and stupid? And then be one of the casualties that is coming down the pipe? And this is spiritual war that we're fighting. Because ladies and gentlemen, whether you want to accept it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, to me, it doesn't make a difference. I'm only here to give you the message. Everything, absolutely everything upon this planet has been a lie, and it is a lie. Okay? Now, there is nothing like fake news, because fake news is just a distraction. I mean, that's like saying, fake news to me is like you saying, hey, there's a fire. Can I put out the fire with gasoline? Really? So, ladies and gentlemen, fake news does not exist. What exists is the constant lie that have always existed and always will. And I mean, not always will, because all of the system is coming down to its very destructive end very, very soon. Sooner rather than later. You need to read between the signs, the prophetic times that we are living under. Whether you believe in a God, whether you believe in whatever. Okay? Let me read you some of the things before I move on. The power of lies. The history of disobedience is based upon a lie. Since the beginning of creation. And its power has been perfected like the perfect stone that is upon us, that has subjected and that has trampled humankind beneath its abominable feet. In fact, it is the very essence of who we are. It has completely been ingrained in our very own human nature, which has completely carried us to sin, to always constantly sin. And there we are. And here we are, still sinning. And it's very, and it's very suspense, looking for what cannot be found and finding what we did not look for. Because the reality of realities, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are never going to achieve, we are never going to find the things that we wish for and the things that we need as created beings upon this planet. Like peace. There's no such thing. There's never going to be world peace. Not by human hand. It's not going to be, never. That's why I laugh at this economic world reset, about this, what they said, New World Order, the Antichrist system, blah, blah, blah. In fact, we're going to read the Bible and see exactly what the Bible is telling you. That is the scriptures, ladies and gentlemen. This is no joke. So we want peace. We want justice. We want to find real love. We want to find tranquility. We want to find serenity, etc., etc. Unless we fight against ourselves and look for our Creator, our Maker, and start obeying His 10 commandments, which are right here. Unless we do that, ladies and gentlemen, and following His statutes, which is like 601 statutes, like, let me just give you some of them. Following the biblical diet, not putting tattoos on our bodies, men dressing like men, woman dressing like woman, etc., etc. Now, you may say, well, Ruben, what do you mean fighting against ourselves? Can you clarify that? No. I'm going to do something even better. I'm going to let the Bible, I'm going to let the humankind Redeemer, Yahushua, explain it to you, whom the whole world known as Christ. Let us go to Matthew 16, verse 24. Matthew 16, verse 24 says the following. Then said Jesus, or Christ, unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. 25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is so simple, that is so obvious to understand, that we deny it. Okay? So being that we don't want to do this, this is the reason why humanity as a whole have been worked, have been programmed to believe and follow the lie that have been practiced from generation to generation, because it has been ingrained in our human conscience throughout the different systems and establishment for the fallen demons, the fallen angels, throughout the ridiculous government and empires For instance, let me just tell you some of the things, some of the system that they use. The system of the education system, which is composed of what? It is composed of evolution, teaching a satanic theory of evolution. In other words, God following the lie. You understand? Now, you may say, where did this lie come from? Okay. Let us go to Genesis 3. The first book of the Bible, Genesis 3. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, you had God said, you should not eat of every tree of the garden. See, right there, the minute that she saw that the serpent was talking to her, she should have just turned around and she should have turned around and went back to her husband. But no, that was too good to be true, right? Well, there it is. She started a conversation. The minute she started a conversation, she was done. Humanity's destiny was sealed by this woman's action. Anyway, verse 2, our first mother's actions. Verse 2, and the woman said unto the serpent, oh, we may eat of the fruit of the tree of the garden. Verse 3, but of the fruit of the garden which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, you should not eat of it, neither shall you touch it lest you die. 4, and the serpent said unto the woman, you should not surely die. Verse 5, take a look at this. For God doth know that in the day you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and you shall be as God, knowing good and evil. So you see the power of the lies, ladies and gentlemen? There it is. The power of the lies goes beyond any human okay, I know, because ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you, I know how I have said this many, many times. Being a drug dealer, selling in New York, ladies and gentlemen, I knew the power of the lie. Being a salesman, selling door to door, I knew that but once we found out that it was a lie, 5 of us left the company. And we were dropped off at 125th Street in Harlem. Okay? And we went into a cafeteria and we started drinking some coffee, and we started like, yo, oh man, we were hooked but that's how it is. So everything was a lie. So when I knocked on people's doors, ladies and gentlemen, and for them to invite me into their homes, into their apartment, into their houses, right there I knew that I was going to make it sad. Came to find out that everything was a lie, that the money that they were giving up were not going to be, this was not going to be, nothing was going to be delivered to the people. And that's why we left. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, I know the power of lies. Okay? So, once again, let us continue, because I want to keep this as short as I can. So we got the education system, which teaches evolution. And what else does she tell you? Drugs and sex. In fact, there's an old saying when it comes to the university and colleges experience in the United States. You know what they say? That experience is composed of drugs, sex, and rock and roll. Okay? So you see the evolution of this lie that has been perpetrated in this America, in this United States of America. Number two, religious concept. And that is they exploit your emotions, the economic factor. So you can give, they say tithes. Oh, you need to give tithes, ladies and gentlemen. So we can keep it going, spreading the gospel. Bunch of liars. In fact, the religious concept, which came out of the political, ladies and gentlemen, has always been the most powerful. The political concept and the religious concept, which has been put into practice, has been the most powerful system and concept that have kept people at bay, docile, prisoner, enslaved. And what does the religions do? The economic factor, they make you give for tithe. I know, because I used to be part of them. They also abuse you sexually. Of course, they didn't abuse me because I wasn't part of the Roman Catholic Church in terms of becoming an altar boy and things like that. Even though I went to a Roman Catholic church, a Roman Catholic school, and Roman Catholic, and I did my communion of Roman Catholic Church, as we all did. Most of us did anyway. But I woke up. And this is why I'm here. This is why I'm coming at you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a human being, okay? A sinful human being that woke up and cannot wait for you to wake up. So I'm just a messenger. Let's keep going. So again, number three, political. This is as same as religion. They exploit your emotions. The only thing that politicians, ladies and gentlemen, they have less, they don't have no mercy, okay? All right, they don't have no mercy, okay? None whatsoever. Because this, see, let me just tell you about the sacredness of the lie. When you got a whole world living under the lie, you control the world, okay? So, these religions, by exploiting your emotions and giving you the impression that your vote count or that you are under control, that you got things under control, because they always come at you with good intentions. Remember George Bush, no new taxes. Remember Barack Obama, oh, you can keep your plan and your doctor. See, everything is a lie, ladies and gentlemen. But we have been so used, we have been conditioned to this lie that it doesn't faze us anyway. We just keep voting, thinking that our votes make a freaking difference when in reality, it doesn't. Wake up. Wake the hell up, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so it is the same game. The politicians are following the master's game by making people believe that they have the control, that they are like, you got the power, when they ain't got nothing. Just like as it was, just like that trick was, exactly the same trick that the devil played on our first mother, Eve. Making her believe that, hey, you have things under control. You become a god based upon the lie that he originally told her. When in reality, she lost control. She started dying. You understand? She started dying, ladies and gentlemen, at that very moment. She was the first one that experienced the feeling of dying. And this out of control behavior was so contagious that she gave it to her husband, our first father Adam. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you know anybody, if you hear anybody tell you that they never lie, tell them to call them a liar to their faces, because as Hitler said, if you say a lie big enough, often enough, it will be believed as a truth. So people believe that the lie and the illusion or the delusion that they live in under this matrix system, it is true. Oh, things will get better. Okay? I mean, look what is happening today, for instance. Look what's happening today. They're back enjoying their first Memorial freaking Day for the first time. The last Memorial Day, they couldn't celebrate it. Now they're all over the place, in parks, because the human race is still under an experiment. The human race is a guinea pig, ladies and gentlemen, to this experiment. So now we have this honor system going on. When we walk into a store, when we walk into a Target store, into a Walmart, into a Costco store, we are told that when we are asked if we've been vaccinated, we don't have to wear masks now when we go into this establishment. They're telling us that once we don't have to wear masks, and we are going to be asked if we've been vaccinated, and then even if we haven't, we're gonna say yes. You understand? So this system is inviting us, at least in the United States, to lie. See, you understand? Now you understand the whole game of a lie. So not only have they controlled humanity through lies, okay, because the one in charge, ladies and gentlemen, the ones in charge of this planet is the same God that they talk about and the mighty dollar that is dying right now. The mighty in God we trust, right? Who you think? Which God do you think they're talking about? They're referring on that dollar. It is the devil. That old serpent called the devil, or as they wish to call him, Lucifer. But in reality, that's not his name. That was his name when he was back up in heaven, when he was still obedient to God. And he knows it. So, ladies and gentlemen, okay, he's the one in control. He's the one running the show right now, because this is his time, and his days are numbered. This whole system is going to come down, okay? It's completely going to be destroyed. It's going to be burned up by God's holy fire very soon. But check this out. Check this out. Because, ladies and gentlemen, let us be realistic. The time of Sodom and Gomorrah, in Noah's time, when the whole world was destroyed by water, Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by fire from heaven. Okay? And water, right? In Noah's time, they don't have nothing. They don't have nothing on this world right now. This world is the most evil let me just start because I get so pissed off. I mean, it's unbelievable. This last generation is the most evil generation that has ever existed in human history since we were created upon this planet, okay? So just think for a moment of what is coming to this earth. So if you believe if you are part of a religion, I suggest you come out of that religion, because you are not going to be saved by religions created by men. So now you understand By the way, now you understand why there are so many hospitals out there that have many different names, Catholics names, St. Jude's, St. Barnabas, Methodist Hospital, religious. You understand? Mount Sinai Hospital. Okay? Think of why that is. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, we have been worked through religion, through the educational system, through political system, all of that. Scientific community, okay? Hollywood, music, you name it. Okay? Humanity has been programmed to self-destruct. And the demons know this. Okay? So, in fact, what are we celebrating today? This is how deceived we are. In fact, before I wrap things up here, let me go ahead and go to Jeremiah chapter 10. Jeremiah chapter 10, it says here, Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 3, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth, so you understand, listen to me. In fact, I'm going to start the first verse, and then I'm done with this. Hear you the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Verse 2, thus says the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. And then verse 3, for the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe. It's talking about Christmas time. Anyway, but that's another subject, another video. Now, Isaiah chapter 14. Look how beautiful. Verse 12. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nation? For thou hast said in thine heart, I would ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the side of the north. So Jeremiah is telling you, it's asking you, and it's telling you not to follow humanity's customs, all right, celebrations, like St. Valentine's, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, Easter, Christmas, New Year's Eve, all of that. Do not fall for them, ladies and gentlemen. But we do anyway. And how they make a mockery For instance, because the devil loves to make a mockery of things. For instance, look what, there's a celebration, Martin Luther King's birthday. What is it? Martin Luther King's, we remember him. We take that day off from work after they killed him. You see how what a joke. You understand? Somebody told me, hey, listen, Ruben, be careful out there when you say the truth. Well, let me just tell you this. If I'm afraid to say the truth, then what's the purpose of me being alive? Okay? If I'm afraid to shine light upon this dark and sorry world, then what is the purpose of me being alive? If I have the chance to help somebody and not help them, what is the purpose of me being alive, ladies and gentlemen? So please, do not get it twisted. Okay? The devil is a foolish, stupid, ridiculous bastard. That's what he is. And he's got humanity to follow him and worship him, whether they are aware of it or not. That is the reality, Jack. Okay? He's ridiculous. Having everything, he wanted all. He wanted to be more powerful than God. But I really do get a kick out of the Satanists. Okay? The Satanists, and they go to the church and everything, and and that includes all of the religions. Okay? Especially the first beast, which is the Roman Catholic Church. I really get a kick out of them, because if you accept the reality that you are a Satanist and that you worship Satan, then by default there is God, whom he's been at war with ever since. But hey, how can you be more powerful than your creator? There's no logic to this being from the spiritual realm. There's no logic to his madness, to the devil's madness. It's all about destruction and death. That's all. To trying to irritate God, exacerbate him. Well, guess what? It's not going to work. We know your game. Okay? Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are going to be destroyed because the people has fallen and living under this lie. And they have accepted this lie as truth. For instance, one of the things is that they have accepted is that the tribe of Judah, okay? Which, by the way, I'm gonna go one by one, okay? And now you see people celebrating the Memorial Day with barbecues and drinks and people, family getting together and all of that, okay? Which were before, okay? We forget the people which were before this Edomite system conquered the Americas. Now, what am I talking Edomites, Ruben? Well, Edomites are the people that control the system. These are the descendants of people, these are the descendants of Esau. The older brother, twin brother of the father of the 12 tribes of Israel, which I will name them really quick before I get out of here, but I'm going to tell you something else. The tribe of God, also known as the Native Americans, the North Native Americans Indians. The tribe of Issachar, which are the Mexican Indians. The tribe of Zebulon, which are the Guatemalan to Panama Indians. The tribe of Judah, which are the Negroes, also known as African Americans, which doesn't make any sense, because how can you be from two continents? Oh, we have our descendants, Ruben. No. You're either from there or you're from here. You are the tribe of Judah. The tribe of Levi, which are the Haitians. The tribe of Asher, which are the South American Inca Indians from Brazil to Argentina. The tribe of Simeon, which are the Dominicans. The tribe of Ephraim, which are the Puerto Ricans. The tribe of Manasseh, which are the Cubans. The tribe of Reuben, which are the Seminole Indians that are in Australia. Some of them are right here in Florida as well. Okay? The tribe of Naphtali, which are the Hawaiians and Samoan Indians. The tribe of Benjamin, which are the Jamaicans, West Indies countries like Trinidad and Tobago, the Bahamas, Bermudas, Dominica, you name it. Dominica is not to be confused by the Dominican Republic. It's a small island. Guyana, all of those little islands in the West Indies. Okay, so I'm about to end, but before I do that, let me just read to you what it says. Two more verses, and then we are done. Romans chapter 1. Romans chapter 1, verse 18 says, "For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness." "19, because that which may be known of God is manifest in them, for God hath shewed unto them." Give me 1 sec, ladies and gentlemen. Verse 20, sorry about that. Verse 20, "For the invisible things," again, Romans chapter 1, verse 20. "For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even in his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse." 21, "Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened." 22, "Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools." 23, "And changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and to four-footed beasts, and creeping things." 24, "Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own heart, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves." 25, "Who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than their creator, who is blessed forever. Amen." 26, "For this cause God gave them up unto the vile affection, for even the woman did change their natural use into that which is against nature." 27, "And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burning their lust one toward another, man with man, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of the error which was meet. So, ladies and gentlemen, before reaching the last verse, and then I'll be done, you got to understand that the experiments that has been played upon you, okay, and they're asking you to get the job, to get the job. Please do not forget the links that I will send you, okay? Because even in the movie The Matrix, what is the solution that Morpheus offered to people? That what Morpheus offered to Neo? The blue pill or the red pill? You take the red pill, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. You take the blue pill, you wake up, you believe whatever you want to believe, and you go on with your regular life. And you still be plugged into the system. So he's talking about us, he's talking about what? Different computer programming. So, ladies and gentlemen, but it is real. See, the movies always tell us something. They make a mockery of the Bibles. You understand? For instance, in the real history of the 300 that is spoken of in the Bible, we win. In the 300 movie made by Hollywood, who wins? Their God wins. And 300 men die. We're killed. We're finally defeated. You understand? It's all a lie. Now, going back to this experiment that is being done on humanity, you got to understand once again how governments, human civilizations, and empires have always governed their society. I have given you an example of them. And you can just look, do your own research through a history. How, using the Hegelian dialectic, problem, reaction, solution, which the Bible speaks of. They create a problem, they watch people's reaction to the problem, and then they come to you with their solutions. The zombie generation is coming. Do you think that they show this movie, the movie that they show in the movie, do you think it was for entertainment? This is what is coming, ladies and gentlemen, and they are telling you. Let me just read the last verse before we get out of here. Chapter 14, Proverbs chapter 14. Actually, it's going to be next to the last, I think. Chapter 14, verse 12 says, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So God is not interested in your, oh, this is my opinion, this is what I think. Oh, excuse me. No, he's not interested in it. The question is, are you willing to follow his laws and commandments? Or you want to be try to explain your ways, explain things away? No. Here we go. Just bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. The last verse is this. First Thessalonians, first book of Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 3. Again, First of Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 3. And this is when these new generations, after they have given much blood and to their God, after they have unfolded the red carpet to their God, the devil, and there will be one religion under this planet. Because all the religions are coming back to mother, to the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, and when they all say finally we have peace, look what the Bible says is going to happen. First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And this is talking to us, the awakened ones. Says, but you, brethren, are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief. 5. You are all the children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. 6. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So, ladies and gentlemen, soon the Sunday law will be declared upon this planet. With the excuse of what? Of climate change. There's climate change lockdowns coming. There are more pandemics coming. Okay? So be ready. I don't mean to scare you, but this is the reality. Okay? Then what do they say? Never let a good crisis go to waste. Who said that? Winston Churchill. Teddy Roosevelt said the following: your presidents are not elected, they are selected. Okay? And that's why we have Dementia Grandpa Joe in the White House. Okay? There was no fraud, ladies and gentlemen. He's not there because there was some fraudulent. No. The illusion of fraud is to give you the illusion that your vote counted. It's a paradigm of the lies that you are living under. Wake the hell up. You see how they play so many psychological games right in front of your eyes and you swallow it. Just like our first mother did when the devil told her, oh, you will become as gods. Well, don't we believe that? Look what's happening in India. Okay, look what's happening in China. Do you see how the devil is working and how the many system is using this? You see how the systemic evil is using all of these different ideologies that they themselves created to confuse the masses. You got communism, socialism, capitalism, Nazism. You understand? Marxism. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. These videos will soon be thing of the past. You will be hungry for this knowledge, and you shall not find it. Take advantage of what is free, because this knowledge is given to you free. I don't charge you anything. And you would never hear me, I need you to give me some donations. Yeah, here's my link. No, you're never going to hear that from me. Because what I have to give you is free. Truth is not sold. Truth is accepted. Now, it's once you find truth and you decide, hey, Ruben, why don't we expand on this thing? Hey, can we get together so I can really help you and we can reach more people? Then that's a different story. But I'm not going to ask you for anything. Never. Because now you are awakened and God is probably using you so that we can expand. Yes, but that's not going to be now. You understand? There's a perfect time for everything, and God knows it. So please, may God bless you. And remember the title of this video, The Power of the Lies. Remember how the media is being used to influence you, which has been a tremendous play. The Mockingbird media, which the CIA has used and is still using. In fact, a gay guy in a CNN, what's his name? Anderson Cooper. He used to be a CIA agent. Did you know that? Of course you don't. Okay, so please, we have been played. Do you understand why people come out? You talk about people coming out of the closet. Now you understand why they come out of the closet? Because Hollywood turns you into one. When you become a multi-billion-dollar person, when you become a millionaire and you on TV all the time, ladies and gentlemen, believe me, you'll be sleeping with the devil. And you will like it. Okay? And you will push to be accepted. What they call it? Pride Day. Remember the last link that I sent you? Okay? What Kelly's has been doing. So what they call it, the walk, once you go walk, you go broke. Now this thing is gonna keep going. It's a game they're playing because the devil knows that it is in its last day. It's ridiculous. It is not in any doctor's best interest to go to the root of any diseases and give you a cure for it. So it is not in the best interest of any government or any establishment to go to the root of anything and give you the cure for, because you will not be depending on them. You see how it works? Our problem is a spiritual problem. And this system is, whether you want to accept it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, it is being run by spirit, by the fallen angels. I mean, people have different names for Anunnaki, the Anunnaki, the fallen angel, what is it? The Nephilim, the giants, whatever. The descendants of the giants, UFOs, extraterrestrial, you name it. May God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, this battle has only just begun. Thank you.